Hello and welcome back to my FPL channel. I am FPL the unit and I am up and about. I'm on holiday in Austria at snowbobbing, having a great time, and my rank this week has literally just gone inside the first 1,000 teams in the world, 859. Shout out to Dad's Army, by the way, 77 points, top scoring in the Finny Compete the D unit league this week. But I'm excited. Like, I'm on holiday, and I honestly don't even know how I'm making this video right now because I'm running off no sleep and I've just been partying pretty much. And I've been celebrating the fact that I'm high where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, this video is going to be very exciting, I think. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to talk about FPL. It is back. Game week 32. My bench boost is active as things stand for game week 32 as well. So before we go anywhere else, smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please help me out. Continue to grow the channel. Obviously, it is all about that. I actually have a really interesting thing. Last night, I went and saw Hybrid Minds. I gave him a business card, put in his card. I'm pretty sure he's subbed to the channel. So, well, shout out to Hybrid Minds. Great blokes. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right, so where else do we need to start but how I went in game week 31? 59 points. It was actually a half decent green arrow. Before the Newcastle game, I think it was exactly level. I'd like literally gained no rank. It was like exact grey arrow prior to the Newcastle game. And then Jacob Murphy, what a man, doing what Sarr hasn't been doing as the budget option for that Newcastle midfield and just dominated. 16 points. Like, how good is that? Honestly, unbelievably good. Fantastic stuff. Love it. Rabiot, 9 points. He was really good as well. Dan Burn obviously got that clean sheet. Isaac was a bit disappointing. And everyone, like, it didn't matter where you went with captaincy this week. All the popular assets did no good. Shout out to Anthony Rogers, who actually, unfortunately, left the captaincy on Mateta from the Southampton game where he got nothing. But it worked out this week. If he got to change it, he got 8 points doubled. So well done to him. He did really well. The Palace assets obviously did pretty well outside of Sarr in my team as well. 8 points and 8 points on the field. But Cole Palmer and Saka, what is Maresca doing resting players for Chelsea? You're playing in the Conference League. Why are you resting players to play in the Conference League? You don't even get Champions League from playing in that game. I legit do not understand it. It makes zero sense to me. And Chelsea are going to miss out in the Champions League if Maresca keeps doing silly stuff like this, is the honest answer to what I'm saying about that. Obviously, the bench this week was nice. I didn't leave any points on the bench this week. One for Bruggen, 2 for Sarr, 1 for Kukurea, who was benched as well, and 1 for Milinkovic. So for once, Milinkovic didn't burn me on the bench, which was kind of nice. Also, Arsenal defence, everyone talks him up. I'm kind of glad I've only got one and I didn't go for another Arsenal defender because they keep conceding goals. Like, what's the point of having them if they're going to keep conceding goals? And it must be very frustrating for owners, but it is. So 59 points, I'll take it inside from, I think it was 1,099 into 859. Fantastic stuff. Hopefully I can continue it with bench boost this week. Surely, hopefully, it's another green arrow coming. So, game week 32 early notes. What have I learned from this game week? And look, I have to admit, for once, I haven't actually watched that much football this weekend because I haven't been able to watch it. I was flying from Perth to Austria, to Munich, and then catching a train, and I missed all the football. Like, legit missed all the football. The only game I actually watched was Arsenal against Everton. Yeah. So for me, like, I'm just basing it off what I've been able to read and stuff like that. So for once, I haven't had eyes on the football. So I apologize if I haven't got as many notes as I normally do and feels for what I normally feel. But this is what it is. On holiday, it happens. Crystal Palace, they repaid the faith. Eze, unfortunately, don't have Eze. I've got Sarr, just the way it is. Munoz and Mateta, all returning big points. So Eze got 9, Munoz and Mateta both got 8 each. But unfortunately for Sarr, for me, it didn't matter because he was on my bench anyway. He didn't return. So it's just one of them things you just got to persevere with it. You can't expect too much from your budget midfielders. There are a reason why they budget. You can't expect them to be delivering points every single week. FPL is it's all about luck, really. Legit, it's all about luck. Big assets benched. I got them all wrong. I had Saka starting, Palmer starting on my team, and they both end up on the bench. Like, what's that all about? Savinho, obviously, the latest victim of Pep Roulette. Honestly, you can't. Pep Roulette, Emery Roulette, they're no good. Again, this is a big problem ahead of Game Week 33. That's why I don't think double Game Week 33 is actually as good as everyone's banging on about. I just don't think it's that good. And I don't think you should be loading up on players that play for Villa, that play for City, that you can't guarantee are going to start one game, let alone two. Liverpool lose. I just wish that someone else was closer so we didn't have to watch Liverpool stumble to the line. And they are stumbling to the line. The wheels are 100% falling off, but they're so far in front, it doesn't matter. And Arsenal just don't seem to be capable of catching them. The Salah train, obviously, it's disappointing. I've captained him in the last 2 weeks. No points, no returns. And he's been pretty anonymous, to be fair. But it's one of those things. Where are you going to spend the money elsewhere in your squad? Nowhere. There's no Haaland. You don't need the money. And I think that Salah eventually is going to start returning again, right? Like, he's that good. He's having one of them FPL seasons. I just think he's gone off the boil the last couple of weeks, a bit like what Liverpool have done. But yeah, most captains failed anyway, so it didn't really matter. It didn't matter who you really picked. All the popular assets just did nothing. Newcastle assets were mostly hits. But this week, outside of Isaac was disappointing. But like everyone else, Livramento, 11 points. I kind of wish that I had an extra 0.1 and I had Livramento for the 11 points instead of the Dan Burn 6. I mean, it's 5 points. It's here or there, but it would have been nice to have that 11 points. Gordon unfortunately missed this game, so we're kind of relying on him being fit, and he could be a good differential, but Murphy, when he's delivering 16 points and then just carries on for like 5.1 mil, why would you go to Gordon at 7.4? Doesn't make much sense to me. There was 2 0-all draws on the Sunday, but otherwise, outside of the Monday game where Newcastle kept a clean sheet, there was no clean sheets. No clean sheets again. 5 teams kept clean sheets this week. It's mad. I've never known a season where there's just a lack of clean sheets. It's mad. Chasing table bonus, again, is the king of the game. All those people that sat there and just thought it'd be safe, picking on Howe. Yeah, Howe got 11 points. Well done. Glasner, if you went a week early, got 9. Like, Silver is the king with Glasner of earning table bonus points, and he got 19 points in this game. Absolutely mad. Potter, Amarin, and Frank all returned as well with draws. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, Game Week 31, let's talk about Jacob Murphy. 16 points for 5.1 million is ridiculously good. 2 goals, 0 assists, 3 bonus, and he had an XGI of 1.62. Isaac had an XGI of 0.21 in this game. Like, Murphy hogged it all. It was mad. I can't believe it. I did not expect him to get 6 points and then back it up with 16. Like, that was beyond my expectation levels of what I thought Murphy was capable of. But I'm here for it. I'm loving it. 16 points on my team. I'm not going to say no. 59 points is like, when you've wildcarded 2 weeks ago, I've had like 2 weeks where I've got under 60 points and it doesn't feel that good. But in reality, the way other FPL assets are scoring at the moment, 59 is actually pretty good. So Jacob Murphy was a very big reason for that. Game week 31, he was amazing. And hopefully he can continue to deliver, particularly in double game week 32, but then also in the blank game week of 34 when they've got Ipswich. It'd be nice if Murphy showed up for both of those rounds. I don't need him for 33 for the next 2 weeks, Murphy. Keep it going, baby. I'm loving your work. The card. I have to play out the card, man. I've been on holiday and I've actually got a few subs. Hybrid Minds obviously put it in his thing last night. I'm 100% sure that he subbed. I literally was like this in the dance floor, and he literally came up and grabbed the card off me and was like, yeah. And he looked at it and he put it in his pocket. And I was like, top 1K, baby. I didn't realize at that time I was actually top 1K because I hadn't seen the Newcastle game. I knew Jacob Murphy had scored once, but I didn't know what the actual score was. I didn't know if Dan Burner kept a clean sheet, but then the card's just been so good. It has not called any dud decision yet. Like, actually hasn't got anything wrong. It called, I don't know what. The one thing I would say, it landed like this between Sarah and Mateta. So I could argue that was wrong, but it didn't make a decision. The card landed like that. But like every time it's landed one way up or another, it said that Salah would beat Palmer, and it did. It said Salah would match Isaac, and it kind of did. 2 points, 2 points. It's having one of them seasons where I'm kind of glad that it's having I literally have backed in the card. I changed my captaincy on the deadline stream based on the card. Didn't make any difference in the end because Isaac got 2 points, Salah got 2 points. But it's having a run that sometimes you just know when luck is on your side. And FPL is all about luck. And sometimes it's the difference between landing on one side and the other. don't beat yourself up if it's not working for you. That's all I'll say on that. But it's brilliant. The card's having a great run. I'm having a great run. So long may it continue. So, assistant manager, and I think this is the most crucial thing. A lot of people this week will be playing they've already probably played it in Game Week 31, and this week they'll either be moving it to Glasner or they'll be moving it to Howe. Now, the two considerations to have here is obviously a lot of people probably have 3 Newcastle assets or 3 Crystal Palace assets, and they are very good assets to own, as we've seen on the weekend. They've got a lot of points. They've got a lot of points. And you have to drop one of them out of your team in order to play it on Glasner or Howe. But I still think that's the correct play. And I think it's definitely Glasner. Glasner has the table bonus. He's got table bonus against Newcastle. He's got table bonus against Man City. There's no reason not to play it. All he needs is 1 win, and he's going to outshoot Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe can get 2 wins. Say he gets 2 3-0 wins. It's going to be 22 points for Howe. Glasner gets 1 win, it's going to be 20 points. Between 18 and 20 points, which is crazy. So for me, I think you have to play it on Glasner. It makes so much sense. Obviously, difficult fixtures, Man City away. I wouldn't say that's actually the worst fixture in the world. Newcastle away. And remember, Palace have got a ridiculously good run of form at the moment away from home. So I wouldn't be too worried about those fixtures. I think Palace are going to be great value. Howe, obviously, has Man United at home, which should be, on paper, a very easy fixture. Being a United fan, we don't look good. I think we're going to be worried about the Europa League. And obviously, they have Crystal Palace at home. So 2 nice home fixtures, but there's just no upside. If he loses or draws to Crystal Palace, all of a sudden, you look like a mug if you've gone for Eddie Howe over Oliver Glasner. So for me, I don't understand it. I don't know why people just don't chase the table bonus. I chased it the 3 weeks I played it, and that is definitely the way to go. And I think that's what you need to do if you're playing the chip on that. So, the captaincy choice. It didn't matter who you went with. A lot of people went with Marmoush, 2 points. A lot of people went with Vizak, 2 points. A lot of people went with Salah, 2 points. Legit did not matter. They all got 0 goals, 0 assists. The XGI for Marmoush was 0.17. The XGI for Isak was 0.21. And Salah, you could argue, probably was a little bit unlucky. An XGI of 0.54, but didn't return. Yeah, it was just one of them weeks where no one's any good. And what I would say on that is a lot of people thinking about playing triple captain on Isak this week off the back of him playing 67 minutes against Brentford, getting 1 goal, and then getting nothing and playing 71 minutes against Leicester. It doesn't feel overly... I wouldn't feel overly confident, and it's why I'm playing bench boost 32 instead of 33, because I think the fixtures are better on 32 for a bench boost for the 1 week fixtures, like Nottingham Forest play Everton, Brighton play Leicester. It makes a lot of sense to do it this week compared to 33. And yes, I get it. If you've got 12 players that are all doubling, it probably makes more sense to play in 33. But for me, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing the free hit 34 strategy. I don't think that's the correct strategy for my team, and that's not what I'm going to be doing. So I think that it is personal choice. But again, captaincy definitely has to be discussed every week. And I don't think Salah for the next 3 or 4 weeks is actually the best captain. There are better captains, especially with double game weeks coming on. Definitely something to keep in mind. So, my game week 32 team currently, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, we're on bench boost, going to be active. Raya at home against Brentford. Obviously, Burn, Murphy, Isak, Mateta, Munoz, Sarr with the double game weeks. So that's 6 players with double game weeks. Obviously, got the Man City assets, and they've got Crystal Palace at home. So again, that doesn't look too bad. You hope. I mean, I don't even know what I want from that game. Maybe like a goal fest. And Glavio gets a header. I honestly don't know. Will Saka start? Well, I suppose we'll learn a little bit more about the Champions League with Real Madrid. Maybe if it goes poorly, they just forget about the champ. I honestly don't know. But it is concerning that he started the last 2 games on the bench. One obviously returned, came on, scored. The second one, nothing. Cole Palmer, don't know why he started on the bench. Honestly, Maresca needs to sort that out. It's just annoying. Like, I had over £20 million start on the bench this week, and it didn't feel good. But I still got a kind of green arrow, so you've got to take that into consideration. So as you can see there, I've obviously got Palmer and Kukurea, and Kukurea also started on the bench this week as well. Absolutely madness. What is Maresca doing? Honestly, if he does this against Ipswich and they both start on the bench, I'm going to be fuming, because this is the reason why I picked these players for bench boost 32. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone with them, and I would have gone with someone else. I would have gone with a Bowen and probably gone for bench boost 33 instead. But so I'm hoping it's going to work out well. Will it? I'm not sure. Will Maresca do some silly stuff? Potentially. It's all. But the fixtures this week make so much sense. Verbruggen in goal against Leicester at home. Surely that's a clean sheet. Obviously, the Chelsea Ipswich game looks good. Milinkovic has Everton at home. And then everyone else has just got fairly decent fixtures. So it looks really good. It makes a lot of sense to play it in this week. And that's 100% what my plan is. At the moment, I've got active. As you can see there, I've got the cut out of the box with the blue around it. So yeah, obviously I am going all in on the non-free hit in 34. And I'm going to play, plus my team is starting to become more differential again slowly. So like, I've got Kukurea in there. Hopefully that's a differential this week. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be moving out probably Mateta in game week 34 on my moosh, depending on who's in the better form or not in the better form. And then bringing in Cunha for game week 34. He's got Leicester at home. He's a great captaincy shout. Game week 34 makes a lot of sense. Obviously, then I'm also probably, if Saka keeps on not starting, probably going to move him out in game week 34 as well and get in like a Bruno or a Bowen. Bruno's actually got pretty decent fixtures between 34 and like 37. So he's another option to come back into the team. So all these things are going to be going through your minds. And I just think that it'd be more powerful to have the free hit chip later on in the season, but potentially I might need it for someone else. So again, I just think it makes a lot of sense. And hopefully this strategy allows me to like continue on. Hopefully I finish inside the top 1,000. That'd be mad. The original plan at the start of the season was to finish top 10K. And at the moment, you'd have to say the team's looking pretty good to do that. So hopefully it continues that way. No guarantee. FPL is very much luck-based, but I'm riding my luck at the moment and the card is giving me the luck to do it. So hopefully I can continue doing that. So that brings me to the end of my early tips for game week 32. I am looking at bench boosting. I'm not going to be making any transfers unless someone gets injured in the Champions League or the Europa League. I'm going to be rolling that transfer because in 3 weeks' time, in game week 34, I'll be making 3 transfers to field 11 and not play my free hit. So that's my plan. A lot of people all about the bench boost strategy 33. For me, it is bench boost 32. It makes so much more sense based on the fixtures, and I'm not going to be chasing doubling players that I just think are very much likely to be potentially benched by the manager. So for me, I'm not paying Pep Roulette. I'm not paying Emery Roulette. I'm just going with the nailed on assets, and that's what you got to do at this time of the season. It's all about getting as many points on the board as you can. Let me know how you went in game week 31 and what you're planning to do ahead of game week 32. And I'll join you again later for potentially after my snowbombing adventure for some transfer tips. And I'll have a team selection on Friday. I'm not sure about a deadline stream on Saturday. I won't lie. Potentially, it may not happen. It could happen. It's just depending on the internet. This internet's not that best, so I'm not sure how long it's actually going to take to upload. But if you made it all the way through to the end of this, please smash a like on the video. I'm up to 859 and smash a sub as well. It'd be very much appreciated. And I'm going to keep enjoying my holiday, and you guys have a good night.